Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the last game of the night here for EU Mountain Dew League. It is, of course, expert up
Gentlemen,
against
the
Gamer.
final.
Be quiet, Connor, be quiet. We didn't ask for you. I hadn't introduced you yet. You're not part of this conversation. It's me and the audience and Misty. How you doing, Misty? Great. Connor, how are you doing?
I'm doing excellent, thank you.
Brilliant. Let's do this.
Hugo and I had a debate over who got to take the final intro because we're just so excited to introduce you guys to the final map of tonight. Expert and Gamerlegion. Expert who have created some waves, some potential upsets, but never have they actually managed to pull through. I believe they still have only one victory, and that, funny enough, is over Chaos, a team who we saw the highs and lows of tonight. But maybe Gamerlegion, who had a slow start earlier today, will be the second victory for Expert. The potential position they find themselves in. Right now, it's a 4 versus 3. They have the health advantage over top of Expert, and Expert just trying to find a way to reel back into this pistol.
Ooh, and that's a shot. That would do it. At least for Gamerlegion. Getting a kill towards the top of middle and doubling back into B. That bomb taking its time, but won't be caught by JDC, who is pushed down second mid, unless it doubles back. Gamerlegion are really indecisive with this one. They will decide to commit towards B eventually. Hoping they could catch that A rotate. But well, do they know it is still in second middle? Now the smoke going towards CT spawn and the rotate round for Preet. What can he do here? And essentially a 1-on-3.
Yeah, not the best spot to be in. Scream also has the confirmation. JDC popped in the back of the noggin. And poor Preet tries to contest on the bomb site. Good for him. One headshot, but HS has a kill in the first round. It's a good start. If you're unfamiliar with Expert, by the way, Hugo, the two dudes who've been tearing it up lately is Andy on that op, and JDC has been the most impressive rifler for me. So those are the two pieces of the puzzle, I think, for Expert this evening. If so far, the most success I've seen from Expert always comes from those two. So let's keep our eyes closed on them.
The two names I know coming into this are Skronk and JDC, so let's see what they can do here on the CT side of things. T-side start at least kicking things off, but this buy is definitely risky considering Expert are forcing 2 MAC-10s and a USP. If Gamerlegion brand in this round, I won't be happy, but let's see what they can do as they dive through the apartments. JDC opening things up, and he'll close it down as well, dropping the bomb. Instantaneous trade from Nork, and Existence gets up short at the same time, catches Andy in the site. Now it belongs to the T's. Now the plant can come through as the CT set up for a 3-on-3 on the retake.
Yeah, Skrunk's been past that scout. Chris just trying to create some space in front of him. Skrunk the exact same, but he eats a nail. Fragmentation takes him down to 56 HP. Bomb finally planted. Now, the plus side here is that Expert have already had so much time that they've got the close positions for the retake. A Moto smoke from Chris K. A 3-piece smoke execute into the retake. This is
wow.
Let's see what happens. It's a smoke down for the wagon and another one on pit. This completely cuts off Existence, but HS goes to town. Those MAC-10s just racking up the cash. The money flies downwards into the bomb site, and we've got that 2-0 start.
I love that call, though. What is that? The little execute back into the
smoke.
bomb site? Yeah.
If you do that earlier, smoke, they could all go for it. That's cool.
Yeah. If you do that earlier, that's a very winnable round. I guess, lack of weaponry, lack of kits, and they all came from the same position. Cool little idea, though. 2-0-4 game.
Really nicely. Sorry to interrupt you, but with an apartments push, imagine if you had an apartments push with that completely smoked off on a retake.
Smokes, yeah. Delicious. And there's definitely a chance you can go for that, considering you need to throw those smokes from boiler side, top mid. Like, you could easily get through the apartments and go for that split. But time was of the essence in the previous round. Not so much here, but the time of this round is very short-lived because Gamerlegion, nice and clean, 5 players surviving in that one. They get rid of the eco from Expert. And here's where the full buy comes in, with the AWP and everything. So Andy going straight for that buy. And Gamerlegion deciding to run the bonus round. See if they can find success with it.
These MAC-10s, the Galil, even the USP of Hompit. The just Harry buy.
Into a buy round, though? Like, I get running it into the force
man.
buy, but why would you do it into a full buy?
It makes no sense.
No.
I mean, I guess assuming it's
No,
already.
Harry never does this, just for reference. He'll do this second round after you win pistol, and maybe third, but like, not fourth round. Bad idea. Objective.
We call this the Hampus then.
I called it the Brandon last round, but you didn't pick up on it.
Oh.
I said he better not Brandon this round.
I thought you said brain dead, not Brandon.
No.
Hard to discern those two.
Ooh, he is watching, so.
Oh no.
I'm joking.
Okay.
Either way, yeah, this is a hugely risky one. I guess the lack of risk is the fact that they got a full buy in the next round, regardless of how this goes. But I would have loved to seen even an SMG on Hampus here. But either way, let's see what they can do with this.
Yeah, this is what we've got in the end, Hugo.
Yeah.
Curious though, curious scenes. As long as he just doesn't go first, you know, if he prides himself on being the dude who picks up one of these dropped weapons, then so smokes first, flashes later. Excellent frag grenade, and an even better flash. JDC saw nothing before his team hits the dirt, and it's Hampus the only casualty. So be it. He saved his cash, and now that's such a great injection of money for Gamerlegion with 4 survivors in this round already. Assuming they don't go chasing down that Op and Og, this would be a very real success.
And Hampus, yeah, he may not have shown up in this round in the fragging department, but he gets 2 flash assists there onto the A site, blinding both the players, the pit and the graveyard guys. 2 kills for Gamerlegion immediately into that bomb site. So his value is shown there in the utility. So I guess if you have the game plan behind it, yeah, why not? Go for it. But I've just seen too many rounds where that doesn't work. So let's see. 4-0 for Gamerlegion. The save will be successful. No one able to stop these CTs from getting away with the AWP. That being said, though, you already talked about it, Connor. The money is swelling. It is bulging in the pockets of Gamerlegion, and they're going to have the AWP themselves, at least if they want.
Yep, it's theirs for the taking. Does anybody pull the trigger? HS Hampus. Does Hampus get more than a pistol this round? Yeah, he goes for... Ooh, Hampus, a big spender.
Yeah.
$1,200 SMG hits the score, hits the floor, and well, understandably so. I mean, if he's playing a USP versus gun rounds, then and an UMP versus 2 Deagles and a P250 looks great. Although it's still early damage here for Expert. A slight edge in that opening duel, but a boost into the head of Andy, and Molotovs for Skrunk's feet. Crispy calves as he tries to run back into the bomb site. Hampus even bests JDC on the opposite side of the map. So unfortunately for Expert, their 2 remaining players are completely split down. Gamerlegion, the banana between the scoops. She's done, Hugo. It's over. Stick a fork in it. This is a 5th round for Gamerlegion. An excellent T-side.
Yeah, I mean, this is not the Gamerlegion we had showing up for the first game of the day up against Chaos. I can tell you that. Definitely looking more warmed up, more ready to go. I mean, individuals showing through more so as well, right? We had, as mentioned, HS, something at 0 and 11 before he got his first kill. Mirage ended with 4. So everyone looking a little bit better now. Everyone looking roaring and ready to go. It's going to be that 5-0 lead and a flawless round with that. AWP saved. They didn't need to buy it. They just got a free one. So that's a huge upgrade as well. Money has been like the focal point here for Gamerlegion. They've just had far too much of it, Connor. They should give away 90% of it to people who can't afford, like Expert. But money is back for them. AWP in the hands of Andy. Let's see if this first real 4-buy for Expert can contend with that of Gamerlegion.
Nox posted up very early with this op, however. Skrunk, be careful. Ooh. Nope, he shows. And a little skin will cost him. Nock ready for another, but we do have Preet just inside of the smoke. Raid on the other edge. Oh no, he takes spam damage. Damn you, existence. Damn you and your all-seeing eyes. That bomb can easily just sprint its way into the B site, and if Scream locks down Arch, he's going to have numbers on all 3 of the remaining Expert players. This one's done, 6-0. Next.
That is the savage nature of Inferno, I guess. If you're an underdog starting on the CT side, like, you can just have these rounds where you're just going to save. That's all you're going to do. That's, you know, like, what can Chris and JDC do right now? Nothing. They've just got to hold on to these weapons because Gamerlegion, they found instant entries towards B, minimal losses, and a 6th round as a result. These are some great T-side rounds for Gamerlegion. But Expert have no response. I'm surprised there's not even a chase here for Gamerlegion, who have max money on some of the players after this round. They can afford to hunt heavily, but I guess... Oh, whoa! You see that, Molly?
Bounce?
Yo, that's pretty
That
sick.
bounce? What did
That's
that
kind
jump
of like...
off of?
So some nades can just bounce off of textures and go flying in random directions.
Oh.
There's a set one you can throw. Rush taught me this the other day, actually, when we were at Pro League. There's a set one you can throw from checkers on cash, and it's is it a smoke or a molly? I don't think it matters. I think you throw a molly.
I don't know, Hugo. You're telling me.
But you throw it from checkers, like deep checkers. You peek sight, and it hits the default box, and it lands in heaven. Like it bounces off
really,
default.
just like just pops
yeah,
up.
just goes straight up and just lands in heaven.
Skyrockets.
Yeah.
So the reason that one popped up in the back of construction was because it hit the rounded base of the column, and it just,
Is that a rounded base of your column, or are you just happy to see me?
Bit of both, my friend. Bit of both. That granite, real thick. Bombus behind the sandbag on top of Banana. We've got the number 3 and 4 man. That's Preet and Scrunk. I was trying to find a nickname for the duo, but it's too hard to work with. So, you know what? Let's just forget about them because they've given up Banana. So we should forget about them. They forgot about important map control. They're going to sit inside of the site between coffins and the top of box, a FAMAS and an AUG with 2 smokes and a flash. But not overtly challenged. Gamerlegion just jump spotting the half wall on Banana, still working their way towards the top of A, pressuring brackets, and really putting Expert in this weird spot where they can't go for anything, Hugo. Their arch player doesn't want to peek. He falls back. Pit so dedicated that he's just going to hold off to the execution, and anybody who's standing inside of an A bomb site is doing nothing until an execute. So at this point, it's Gamerlegion's decision to make where they want to go and when they want to do it. It seems they'll question Arch before they make that final move, but Bomb is close to A, and so is the entirety of the Legion.
Look at the rotate as a result. Expert have read it well. They pulled a third over. This is risky because if Gamerlegion backed off towards B, they could just execute. But luckily enough, they are too committed, and it is too late in the round for them to do so. Running through the smoke in Arch is Scream. That bomb's been dropped. Big defense coming out from Chris and JDC on the site. Finally getting a bit of a chance to do something. And it's too late for Scream. He's got a great wrap to find himself a kill, but 13 seconds to find the plant. He needs both of these players on the A site. 10 seconds to do it. Close corner check. Can he flick? Oh, Scream! He's got the tap. Body shot, but the bomb down. 4 kills and 3 seconds. No!
He comes off plant, Scrunk makes a little bit of noise, and Scream anticipates the rush, but instead of sticking plant and going for the 1v4 ace, he pulls out his Glock and is given empty air. Hugo. Can you hear the heartbreak?
That's so upsetting. 4 kills as well from Scream. He did it all that round. And it still wasn't enough. A big defense from Expert, their first rifle round actually taken, and it's now down to SMGs as they have so many casualties. But that one's gonna be a hard hitter for Scream. And so will that one. Nade takes 91 damage. Whew.
That's a big one. That frag loaded to the brim. While Hampus exerts a bit of pressure with this utility on the A side, he is very much doing it. Little do they know, Gamerlegion with 4 Ts stacked up on Banana. Freak's gonna try to get ahead of this with his MP9, but he's only good for 1, and now Skrunk's gotta peek off coffins with the FAMAS. He's got at least Scream. The tagged of the 3. Existence, Molotoving back coffins. Bomb's trying to just wildly jump over. They couldn't really get this evenly in, and Skrunk's gonna charge them all down. Fumbled opportunity here from Gamerlegion. Sure, they've got their plant, but putting Hampus into a clutch, he's just trying to lay down smokes and frags and utility aplenty. So this is all Skrunk, baby. 4 kills in the round, and a second for Expert on the board.
Yeah, huge work from him. I mean, Gamerlegion completely dropping the ball there, not expecting that coffins push despite it being the one non-smoked position. Cleaned out the site. but holding CT and they just get wrapped from the backside. So big round from him. Second taken for Expert, most importantly, in a row. But look at the money. I mean, Gamerlegion, they're going to go for an SMG 3-man Mac 10 buy with $10,000 a player. It's a B-rush if I've ever seen it. They are trying to game the economy. Early top B smoke. That's a CT spawn smoke from Hampers. That's a lovely one that I'm definitely stealing, so thank you. As they rush the top of the site. Free on the other side. He's going to be able to take down Scream. Great nades to do some damage. And this is so staggered for Gamerlegion. 1-on-1 as they run into the site. They do trade 2 for 3, but there's still 2 more CTs in position. Nork doesn't need to commit. He can grab a rifle and get out of it.
Gone like the wind. He's retreated. JDC can still smell his scent. Hampus is near. Oh, there it is. Peeks right into it. You know, he smelt it from a mile away. That's my best attempt at Swedish, by the way. That's all I got.
Sorry, I didn't hear your Swedish because I lagged out, so...
Well, that's a convenient excuse, huh?
Anything to not have to compliment your language abilities, Connor.
Asshole.
C'est pour. I don't know what pour is in French, so... Not expecting the player in the pit. Nork throws an Apps Molly, but he will get the plant. Surely can't get too much here. 1-on-3. They're long rotating off of B. He's going to have to try and take this kill towards the pit, but he's rambled himself into Graveyard next to JDC. This is just such a weird afterplant because he's got to deal with this pit player. That's the biggest problem. And JDC wants that smoke phase. He's got an angle onto him. They line it up on short. Oh no, he could get 2. But the trade is there from Skrunk, 20 HP. And I mean, even if Skrunk goes down, I imagine JDC trades that. So a great try from Nork, but just a little bit too much to ask for. He gets 3 kills. And Expert, they get 3 rounds.
Did JDC have an op that entire time? You just passed it to Skrunk at the closing end because they're, dude. I mean, listen, Nock never supposed to win that. Good on him for getting the bomb plant and 3 kills amidst it all. But if he gets a clean spray transfer onto that second player lane and just has to dodge 1 op shot versus JDC, who's standing in the little pit with 0 cover, oh my Hugo Byron, that would have been a hell of an ace clutch round. But it doesn't come to fruition. With Expert, well, starting to reap the benefits of a little bit of a CT side. 3 rounds on the board. Still 6 for that of Gamerlegion. We've doubled up to the T's favor. But we're talking ops and even a free AK for JDC. This is not the Expert that was looking outclassed in every single round. This is not the Expert that was unable to hold bomb sites even. No. They've used the economy and the purchases behind it to really start and create a hold. And they do it yet again, though. These B players are going to have 0 support from their teammate. Unless Chris K can cut off this arch pressure and then rotate over. But for the time being, it's a 3 versus 2 with this banana push coming in.
Oh, that smoke on the molly keeps Skrunk in the back of the site, and the flashes will send Gamerlegion back. They wanted to split B through spawn, but it was locked down on the A site, and now they got to lock it down on B as well. Unable to do so is Skrunk, falling at the final hurdle, and Andy catches the cross as well. That bomb just making it to the pool, and HS 3 HP Scream not much better off. Bomb plant can come through. We've got the AWP on the low HP player, and he has found a frag to open up.
Oh boy, HS, and I don't think he's going to shy away from this. Scream pushes tree. HS gets denied by JDC, but Chris Kane. And so it comes to a close. 4th round for Expert. Good first shot from HS, dude. He was playing like double scope both of those times, and well, he just can't quite manage the second one. Chris K saves it. Low HP of Scream means his committed corner position to no avail.
I like that play, though, from Scream, right? Because it's never going to work if you're alone. But if HS gets 1 more kill there, what Expert are probably going to do is tunnel vision on his position and push Coffins, or push Ruins, rather, and not checking that close left tree position. It was only because they had the time and the 2-on-1 that they actually looked for Scream. If HS gets 1 more kill there, I think Gamerlegion win that round. So, very close affair. Double AWP now for Expert on the CT side. That is... well, at least flexing their wealth a little bit. They've got 2 Rolexes on each arm. Rather. And Andy, he's flexing them. Hampers has been picked up early on in the apartment. Gamerlegion back towards B, it seems. Flasher towards the top of mid are only an illusion as to this real commitment. But Expert have realized that, okay, we got the man advantage. We don't need to fight Banana. We can just settle back into this passive setup, and that they've done. Giving up the top of B and re-peeking with the AWP. HS gets tagged. Very fortunate to get away without dying there. And now the execute can come through here for Gamerlegion.
Yep. Nades over the top, but Bomb holds off for a moment. Oh, he just has bare cover from this smoke. Sees the bomb just lurching over. Now goes for the spray and even hits that headshot to HS. Takes away 95% of his HP. But that 5 points of health is enough to get the bomb down. This is now Gamerlegion looking to lock off this 2 versus 4. Problem being, I say 2v4 because the 6-man Scream is so far removed. He's going to have to sprint back over to Banana, where the vast majority of remaining health is going to have to hold off from. HS just needs to hope that neither or none of these Molotovs hit him. And he dodged the frag and the molly, so he's fine. Now just going to anchor this back position. No smokes for Banana either, and we're already down in the last few seconds of this round, so they just need to clear the defuse off of Bomb. Sprunk, he's going to be trying to get his paws on it. It is not cleared, and yet there's no time. They don't have it. No kits, no time. No kit can save the time, that is.
Was it Scrunk who got on the defuse? Of all 3 players there, Scrunk was the only one without a kit.
No, he did have a kit. I think he did.
No, he got it at the end of the round. He picked it up at the end of the round.
Okay, that makes sense.
When he jumped on Bomb, he didn't have a kit.
He didn't have kit, right, which is why he comes off. Because I was thinking to myself, that's why I said no kit the first time. But all right.
Yeah, because the other 2 did. Okay, so the big play there actually is Scream, right? Because Scream, while he's late in Banana, watching the flank through mid, and then he realizes, okay, they're coming for CT. He gets back up Banana. He throws a really quick CT smoke from the wood stack up in Banana, and what that does is that just forces the hand of Expert. They go, okay, we just got to go. We got to flash through it. We can't wait any longer. I mean, they'd already left it pretty late, as you can see, with the bomb going off. But that smoke just forced their hand into the crossfire in Banana, into those 2 players holding top B. And Gamerlegion, they're able to close it out. This T side is very strong, only being made stronger by that round win, as it's not only propelled them to 7-4, but it's put Expert on a full eco.
Dude, they don't buy anything. No flashbang, no P250. Ooh. This is as vanilla as a teenage love life. Smokes down to the CT and the coffin. An excessive amount of grenades, but that's fine. Better safe than sorry. Only defenders Preet. And what's he gonna do? Reposition. Gets back over to the coffins, wants to try and take a bit of a peek. But in doing so, he's going to present himself to HS, Existence, and Knock. And it only takes Knock to blast him apart. Andy and JDC and Chris K are all a part of a 3-man totem pole here on Arch. Observer, get the cinematic angle. Because I have a gut feeling that if Scream rounds this corner, he is doomed.
Well, that's a big if, because it doesn't look like he's too hungry. Backing it down through middle and just waiting. Maybe somewhat aware of the possibility that this could still be in play with USPs being shown by Expert. And now, Connor, now he's had enough. Now he wants a piece of the pie. A slice of the action, and he'll get it. 3, almost 3. 4 HP the difference on Andy, who will be traded by Hampus up on short. Nice try from Scream, but doesn't matter anyway. It was only a full eco. 8-4 here. Gamerlegion running away with this game. Couple of chances left in this first half for Expert to slow it down and stem the bleeding. Let's see if they can get the bandages out.
Are you do you faint at the sight of blood? Are you one of those people who gets
no?
No, you're not. Sorry, no. I think it's queasy, not wheezy.
No, is that Tom? Is Tom scared of blood?
Is Tom queasy? I wouldn't be surprised if it was Tom or Harry, to be honest. But I know it's one of you 3.
Nah, I'm good. I'm alright. I can't do with needles. Needles are my thing.
Alright. The way you said needles are my thing, it almost sounds like it's your favorite thing, you know?
No, needles are not my favorite thing.
Needles are my thing.
Yeah, I'm.
Which would really make me not trust you.
Yeah. Please no. Actually, if anything, keep all needles away from me. I'm not as far as being anti-vax.
Right.
But I'm not in a rush to get my tetanus.
Mind you, based on your casting, you do sound pretty rusty.
Oh!
Hey, got him. It's the split onto the A site that could sell a fake here. Look at Hampus. He's got some smoke, and Scream just wins the kill towards App. So this is very much going to pull Andy. You'd think? Oh my god. There's an offense in all directions. Preet ready to hold cross. He's gifted bomb. Knock takes a shot to the face, but it pushes Andy into the clutch, and his back so exposed. Down he goes. Gamerlegion sneaking Hampus behind enemy lines to close in on round 9 with 2 more to go here in the first half.
Yeah, it's a rough one, Connor. It's got to be another one of those good old USP rounds. So this is 10 rounds on the half already. I will say guaranteed, because I wouldn't expect Expert to get this round. As long as Gamerlegion play their cards right and don't do anything silly, this is theirs for the taking. So up towards top B once again. Hampus still lurking at A side. He's in apartments. Almost gets taken down. JDC dropped though with a pistol. Hampus given a chance to back off. All in the meantime, Gamerlegion are on the edge of just rushing into this B bomb site. There is so minimal defense here. Skrunk, rather. Dethroned, Nork shot through the smoke, and Gamerlegion, that's it. The B site is theirs. The bomb is a little bit late to the party, but they've still got a minute on the clock to get that down to the site.
They just ready to go. I was going to say, does he keep peeking? And obviously sitting in a 5v2 versus pistols, the confidence at this point just boils. It spews onto the floor around us, Hugo. Watch your step. Gamerlegion juices all over the place. These guys are rocking out here on Inferno. This T-side gunning for an 11th round. There's 4 dropped Kriegs, a couple of AKs. I mean, these guys could dual-wield rifles if given the option. But how many rifles does it take to puncture through a double op setup? Andy and Skrunk with 1 op per bomb, trying to post up early towards Banana as well. Skrunk wanting to dodge the frag grenades. He knows these players. And he fires a warning shot. A bullet over the bow. Hoping these T's just walk away. Get out of here. But I think HS is adamant on getting that much close. Shoots to the back of the bomb site. He's trying to duel versus Preet first, not letting Skrunk get the pick. At any moment, Skrunk could be drawn into the peak. There could have been a counter offer, but there's nobody else because it was HS selling a fake while 4T's hit into A. Andy given the backside through the library doors, however. That's what cuts down Scream. That's what gets the first casualty. It's a 5v4 with so many bodies here, but the ops are working fantastically, Hugo.
Gamerlegion taking out their headsets clearly, just rush through the smoke from Skrunk, and he's going to find another 2 kills on this AWP. What on earth? Hampus is in the pit. I think they just spotted him, and he's got the info, and now he's trapped. Like a fish in a barrel. He gets shot. So 5 rounds to Expert, they'll close out the half with something there. That was a very no-holds-barred round, right? Skrunk rushing through a smoke, chasing the mid players, getting 2 kills off of it. And yeah, Gamerlegion just not being ready for that. Despite having a really good round, right? They fake B, they force these CTs to rotate 4 towards B, and then they execute on A. The only issue is that library is not mollied off, and they lose that man advantage as a result. They could have easily been able to compress on the 1 player inside of the, but instead it is a 5th. That being said, 10 T rounds on Inferno. Gamerlegion, they're not worried.
No, and they shouldn't be. Not at all. I mean, I think even a couple of those rounds losses just come from the fact that they're having such a good T side. They maybe throw caution and made a couple overzealous decisions, we'll say. But seeing as these guys aren't ready yet, and I need a sip of water, let's just put on the music.
let your dog go outside. Stay up all night. And I take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I met your dog go outside.
10-5 the score. The Swedes knocking on victory's door. It's not just Swedes though. We got a nice little European mix here on the Gamerlegion side of things, and they sit very, very much in the lead for this last game of the night here at EUMDL. Expert, they are too terrified to leave T-spawn, and one by one we'll be crossing the bridge, getting across to the T apartments. This is one of the most delayed T-side pistol rounds on Inferno I've ever seen, and as a result, they give so much room to Gamerlegion to do what they want, including flash their own teammates. Existence gets blinded, but they still have the bottom of B under their control, can rotate HS back towards A here. It's going to be a very strong defense that Expert are walking into. The only thing is they could just walk down towards B again. Pre is bottom ramp, so it's an option. We'll see if they will grab hold of it. Flashes up long and fast up for these Ts. Yeah, they will be going towards B through Archway, but that's been covered by HS and Scream on the corner, taking their attention and taking the kills. 2 dropped by Scream and the bomb. Now, the one man on Arch has been dropped, but will Andy be able to double things down? He shall. Scream getting picked up, and this B play is not going to be happening after all. They double back out of Banana because they've already lost the bomb, and they need to regain control. Skirk does get one. Skrunk, rather. And now, B-side open for business once again, potentially, but he's being pressured. He's being pushed from both sides. Spawn and Existence get aggressive, but to their own demise. This now gives Expert the room to cross inside of the site. 20 seconds for them to get a plant in A. They definitely won't expect these CT's positions, but we're not giving away a kill. Now they know exactly where Existence at least was. He was the B player, and they can just set up accordingly. One plant down. And there were already 10 seconds left as well. So very nice mid-rounder from Expert to actually make the situation favorable for them, considering how unfavorable it was after Scream gets a 2 for 1. Existence hiding in the smoke, but no kit. And both players trained in on him. He's dead in an instant. Skrunk with 3. Big pistol round from him. He closed out that last half with a couple of AWP kills. So was looking to build up in confidence. And that's showing here in the second half as he manhandles Gamerlegion, takes a 6th round for Expert, and starts things off on their terrorist half.
Yeah, it's Skrunk and JDC kind of, being that little bit of a step ahead, but Gamer a la Valiance will come into this with a force buy in the second. Sure enough, lose pistol and try to convert regardless. They only have a 4-round margin of error here to play with, but I feel like this is one of the few times they might take a risky buy. If this game gets tied up at 10, for example, expect Gamerlegion to make more conservative decisions. But Knock posted with this scout on Arch side, smoked off first. He's holding off on his grenade, waiting for the perfect time to... Right now would be good. But he sees the volley of smokes go over, opts not to chuck his frag grenade out, and now it's the pit players who are really going to be in question. Scream, he's got a decent spot by the wood wagon, but JDC through smoke just blows him, and the scout can't even get out. It's just the pistol players, and there's no real fruition coming out from Gamerlegion. Sure, Hampus has found an exit in an additional Mac 10, but so what? Take your peanuts. Expert have a pot of gold.
And they're hunting as well. And he's already inside the B site. He's cut off a huge exit route here for Hampus. Still at the bottom of B, and this is the fight that will likely end his life. He's too busy spinning the deagle round. But just tucks himself in the corner in time, and he's taking his time as well at the top side of B, and maybe this is a fight that will never come through. Chris dies to the bomb in mid, but otherwise successful round for Expert. 7 on this T side. Slowly but surely getting back into things.
Are you ready, Hugo? Are you ready for this little bit of a comeback? A little spice sprinkled onto your final dish of the evening, the last course map of week 6 of season 31?
I'm always...
Well, I hope you are. Hampus has chucked that Mac 10 over to Scream. He's gonna have aim punched Mac 10 spray downs. This will be. How does Scream contain the beast? He's gonna have to hold on tight with both hands on that Mac 10. Bumpy roads ahead, perhaps. Existence to the top of the box on B. Skrunk's gonna clear this. He's got a lot of gap behind him because he's just trying to create space for his teammates. And a flying Mac 10 headshot will definitely do that. But nobody's checked HX.
Sneaky does it.
Oh, Skrunk's gonna come. Thorough corner clear.
Oh. Nice try, though. He tries to isolate the angle of Skrunk by going into the open, essentially, of CT and Banana, but they don't spot him. They do in the end. Ugh, messy spray. Scream gets it done, though. 1 kill on the exit. Skrunk is looking for the ace right now, as a note, so definitely keep an eye on this frag-hungry player. He's running right through apartments, and honestly, those last couple of rounds of the CT side where he was just running through smokes, they seem to have really pumped him up for the second half. 3K in the pistol and multi-kills every round this half. He might even have the ace, and he does. Scream falling short. An Expert, 8 rounds. I mean, they're making it work. It is early days, and here is where we'll have the real test, the first buy of the Gamerlegion CT side.
Yeah, exactly. But Skrunk, good money, mate. 5 headshots with that Smack 10. And he's the one who has to invest into the... Skrunk keeps the majority of his hoarded treasures. He glistens in rubies as Bomb starts to head up towards Banana. JDC doubles back into mid, and this is a good-sized cohort from Expert working up to the A site. The defense, what's it look like? Well, you got Scream up in the apps, Homp is doubling back, and even Scream doesn't feel too comfortable with trying to stay. Nox gonna give up a lot of control on Arch side. In fact, welcoming them to peak. He gets flicked on by JDC, best through the wall. And now he goes one further. JDC gets into the back of the site, Scream from the top rope, though. 2 kills, 1 headshot, and a 2v2 ensues.
Yeah, still winnable here for Gamerlegion, but low HP on Scream, that's the issue. They do have the bomb, but Scream's dropped as expected. Existence in the corner, do they expect him? He hasn't had a kill all round. They might not know he was here all along. An awkward angle to clear and pre. He's not done it. Existence gets a free kill. Does he know that Andy is nearby? He surely does. Smoke to elude his position. And Andy goes above, looking to find him through the smoke. He won't be able to. Fake drop. But he's got to actually drop. He's got to get that bomb eventually. Existence, he knows he's still in the site. But it's not like this IGL is going to be giving away the frag anytime soon. As the smoke fades, he gets a chance to reposition behind the box. And it's going to make Andy work.
Dude, he just has to dodge this op shot. If Andy hits some sickening flip, I will lose it. Existence, good flash. 15 seconds left. This means Andy's gonna have to force his feet forward. Existence has cover by box, but the scopes. Andy shoots. Andy closes the distance with a headshot off the pistol. It's 42 HP for Existence, but he rails the head of Andy. Pops the noggin on the wood wagon, and there's the 3-round difference. Clutched out by Existence, the op moves forward, but a very costly round, and an expensive rebuy to come out for Gamerlegion. This could prime Expert, who still have stacks of cash, to just reset and continue the trend of rounds to the board. They're only down by 3, Hugo. This is very manageable. And this is the position that Expert have gotten themselves into so regularly when they are the underdogs throughout this season. Again, they pushed teams like Movistar Riders into overtime. They got double digits versus Valiants, our undefeated reigning champions. So what does this say about a team like Gamerlegion, who just earlier today took a pretty upsetting loss versus Chaos, looked very kind of lost at times? You know, there were moments in that T side on Mirage where it just didn't look like Gamerlegion were on the same page. We haven't had inklings of that on Inferno, so I'm not going to get ahead of myself. But what if the economic problems continue to rack up for Gamerlegion? What if they find themselves on a few more pistol rounds and we get to 11-11? Can this finally be one of those times where Expert breaks through with the straight up upset? Because normally they fall short of that hurdle. They give us something to talk about. A couple players will have a good showing, kind of like what's happening now with Skrunk, JDC, and Andy. But they've always fallen flat, so there's no reason to truly believe Expert will close this unless they can do what they haven't been able to accomplish so many other times.
Well, let's see if they can find this trophy, find this sculpt. Although not an easy sculpt to find. Nork at the top of B right now, and the bomb is there. We might need to see an early rotate back off a Gamerlegion. Yes, HS, he's going to go for it. Throws a flash and tucks tail. Happus with the shotgun spots JDC, gets out of the apartments, doesn't want to die, doesn't want to give this pick away at the minute mark. Expert scrambling for a kill. But nothing being presented their way. Existence trying to get the info on mid. That flash does blind the AWP, which almost takes down Existence on the jiggle, but he stays alive. 40 seconds and re-smokes are coming down now. This is going to be very, very close for Expert. Existence already starting his pre-rotation, but he goes back towards the library. That could be the wrong call to make because Expert are about to bound inside of this B bomb site. Flash is good. Nork on the AWP needs to do something spectacular, but HS has been picked up. Nork with one single kill, but shot through the smoke. One tap from Chris, and bomb goes down for Expert.
That's a nice one. Gamerlegion, if I'm them, you save. You hang on to this rifle. Hang on to these lesser weaponries. T-side Inferno, Hugo. This is not where I expected Expert to make a comeback. But this is going to be their 4 rounds out of 5 now. The first third of the second half under wraps, and Expert closing out 80% of the time. Cost them all the utility in the world, though. At least this time, Andy will be able to buy up into the armor. It's not often the glass cannon goes unpunished, but this time it's all good. All smile for Expert Esport. And the smile's getting thin for Gamerlegion, because this is one of those rounds where they're going to have to contemplate a... Or, I mean, they shouldn't contemplate it. They should just do it. Don't buy Jack.
They
a little expenditure. HS gets the CZ smoke, that's all. And a 5-7.
They've got enough loss. They're going to have 29. So, yeah, you can buy it down a little bit. You can. I like to always have 2k if I'm ecoing, like minimum. And then you're never going to have a problem. But either way, it's not going to be a huge issue. They've got a couple of weapons here to try and make this round interesting, but it's going to be a rough one. Expert is setting the pace. Oh no, that's the bomb, Connor. That's the bomb on its own, up too short, and no trade in sight. Scream is getting collapsed on by Long, though. They are wrapping round through the apartments as well. This is a messy round. Free is going to hear all these footsteps, and he's going to be able to get himself one. Doesn't expect Existence also in the same position, and the trade is there, but the bomb is also down and planted. 10 rounds here for Expert, almost guaranteed. They are closing this gap.
This is wild, man. Another one. I mean, expected, right? This round's expected to take us to 11-10, but Expert making Gamerlegion sweat. We're talking about the second lowest ranked team in the division in Expert. But again, I want to hammer this home for those of you guys watching. Like, Expert, this is not the first time where they're making the better team really work to close out a match. And it can't just be Scream. It can't just be Knock. We're going to need the full-fledged effort from Gamerlegion to shut this all down. Because, again, it's not just Skrunk. It's not just Jade. The team is coming alive for Expert. The lineup got to have that median performance across the board. So let's see. Buyback for Gamerlegion. Everybody with weapons, everybody with nades, and they're going to keep up the aggression towards Banana. HS does not shy away from it. He takes his duel and succeeds. Question will be, does he decide to stick down at the base of Banana? Seems so. Even though Knock has gone all the way back, HS is just going to start trickling towards the top of the Banana. So he's an early warning sign for this 4-man stack at the A site to kind of, even out their numbers. But if Expert can push past him fast enough, then he could be in for a world of hurt.
That molly is huge, and that slows him right down. And HS, he's got the info that they're coming, so he calls for a rotate. Nork is already here as a result of that one incendiary, and Nork arrives with utility. This B play for Expert just got slowed right down. And a re-smoke will make that so. 50 seconds. An expert. At least they got all the utility in the world to go for this execute. Now there's going to be none left on B to defend, so it's coming down to the aim battles being won by Gamerlegion. They have that advantage. All they have to do is convert off the back of it, trade effectively. But here come the cavalry. T's are already through. HS gets pressured back by the shot, and JDC gets taken down. Now 5-on-3. This is going to require big effort for Expert to get out on top, and they are just not. AWP gets one, but that bomb's been dropped in the open, and Nork has Banana under his B-site under his control. Orb trying to save, and Scream is on the hunt. It's a round for Gamerlegion after all.
Yep. There we have it. 12th one. 12th one to the board. A little buy goes a long way, so it seems. Expert just kind of hit the dirt on that push. And a lot of it, I would argue, does boil down to the fact that Gamerlegion didn't shy away from taking that banana aggression. You saw the way HS wanted to establish early advantage, take control, set up that layered system to the B defense, you know? The first layer of a B defense is that basic like new box coffin hold. If you add in somebody on CT cross, it's a little bit better. If you add in somebody on the first posted corner towards banana, you know, we take these steps forward. The more layers to an onion, the better the flavor. And Gamerlegion tasted great in that last round.
They tasted great, did they?
They absolutely did. They have me wanting more. I lick my chops in anticipation.
Well, they chock their lips at the idea of another round, and that might be coming here. If you look at the money of Expert, actually, it's going to be 4 rifles at a bare minimum, so it's not as bad as you would once think, and he can drop over a gun to one of Preet or Skrunk. Honestly, I want Skrunk on an AK here. He has been the game changer in this T side, getting a lot of multi-kill rounds already. So the fact that he's the one with weak money might see him left out in the dirt with the pistol, but I'd love for one of these players to just take a hit and throw the gun over. What's going on here in Spawn? Either way, Gamerlegion patiently waiting to get back into things because you know they want to hit the server. They have been having a great game, all things considered. A nice comeback so far from Expert, but this is where reality could sink in, Connor, and the storyline that you've been talking about where Expert, you know, they make these games close, they make them interesting, but they never quite pick up the win. I think this is what we could see here. I wouldn't be surprised if this ends 16-10, but I hope Expert can keep it interesting as they go for the buy.
Got weapons chucked all over the place. Calculations have been made. Frantic pencil pushing. The calculators are out, Hugo, and the guns are in. Everybody does a really good job of buying absolutely everything they can. But it does just feature the op on one side of the coin. Heads up from Andy. Pause comes to a close, and it's time to go. 2-round lead for Gamerlegion. CT side starting to use these weapons to their advantage. But they need to shut down Expert. That momentum could get rolling against them. Scream picks up his AUG as the action continues. Andy posts up an op early towards mid. Dangerous little game from Hoppus there to throw a piece of utility down. It's meant to couple with HS aggression. He goes for the exact same thing as the previous round, and he's gonna get himself a third! Oh, dude! Last bullet flick up for that kill. Are you kidding?
Wow.
Are you kidding?
And the round's not done yet, Connor. After that unreal display in Banana, it's still being called into question. It's still a 3-on-2. If Nork goes down here in Banana after this smoke fades to the AWP that is waiting patiently already with a pick in his pocket, then things could certainly get spicy here for this T side. Expert are walking back up B, and Nork's been spotted, flashed off the angle. We'll call for that rotate of existence. Gamerlegion, where do they want to put their 2 as opposed to their 1? Because it is still a risk, and with Nork playing at the back of the B site, you don't know whether Expert are committing until it's too late, until they've already walked in round the corner into the site. And so Gamerlegion gambling with 2 on A, 1 on B, and hoping they get lucky. It couldn't be further from the truth. Nork alone here, but that flash should give it away.
It's the presence shown. Existence going to rotate back over, but is it a fake? No, Andy just wants to reposition. Wants to go in for this set piece, throwing it all on his own. JDC with a follow-up Molotov. Knock not burned out of position. He can hold this. And JDC's already on the coffins. Bomb denied. Round's over. This is 13-10, no doubt. Scream even going to clear the off. 3 weapons saved up. And it all comes off of a beautiful, if not immaculate, push down banana. Dude, 3 kills is one thing, but the last bullet headshot through a smoke. Csgo,
Wow.
I know what love feels like. HS has shown.
He has indeed shown you the light, the truth, and the reality of this game, which is starting to look rougher and rougher by the second for Expert. 4 Glocks, Connor. We had a couple of these USP rounds in the first half, where now you think 5 USPs are trash. Let me introduce you to the full terrorist eco. Existence, it's time to make some money.
Whoop, there it is. Second headshot's nice. Alleviates some pressure for Knock. He's going to more confidently peek into this now, knowing he has this. Waiting to regain vision. The frag gives cover to Chris K for a little bit, so his Glock rocks one. Stocks knocked off Knock. Pompous, though, taps for the headshot. That's 4 rounds the advantage for Gamerlegion, and this is them closing the game. This is Expert falling at that last hurdle once more, so it seems. 6 map points if they want to close in regulation. You know they have to buy.
What do they got for it? AWP glass cannon, though, and 2 Galils. Far from pretty here, but no excuses. 14-10. It's do or die right now. And HS, he wants to make them die as he pushes down B through the molly. As a note, takes 5 points of damage from the fire and flames. He still gets a kill. The nade is there. Existence gets a frag. And Hampus, he found a tag down mid. Finished off by Existence at the top of B. And even a further kill from HS. The frag shack is on. The death match is going. And it's Gamerlegion who are just killing Expert as they respawn behind them. 15-10. The money is gone. And so are the hopes and dreams. What was the score when I called this exact situation? It was 12-10. And I had a feeling this might be over, and those feelings are looking pretty justified.
Yeah. I think this is similar to what we saw with Valiance earlier tonight, where it's like you've just got a team who were caught by, you know, and even then, caught in a half. I mean, a 5-10 score is fine. It was really just the start of this T side that made us think Expert could really get something going. And it's still not dead yet. The hopes and dreams alive. HS down towards T-ramp, just overwhelmed by the sheer tenacity, the sheer number. Can Existence do the unthinkable and close out this clutch? I mean, easy pickings to JDC. Oh boy, this is dangerous. Oh, Existence. Yeah. I mean, he goes all in. You know, he wants all of the wins, all of the frags. He doesn't want just 1 or 2. No. He wants 3, Csgo, and he gets shut down for it. I respect the hustle, though.
Yeah, there was an attempt.
Little trigger discipline. 1 kill's not going to make a difference when you've got everybody buying up. It was either 3 kills or nothing from him, and he knows it. The purchase back from Gamerlegion has all the trimmings, all the whistles. Op even in play for Knock, and that's a deadly piece of this puzzle.
Yeah. Andy at least has armor this time to contend. But with Banana, they shall not. It's Gamerlegion again putting this deep utility in. This section's Expert out of B and sends them fast into A. They are really speeding up the pace here. They want this round done and dusted, and it might be, but not in the way they want. 2 kills coming in for the CT side. Bomb dropped, and another to follow. Hampus is defending the site with his life, and he might just have done it all. It's P alone. Stuck in apartments, 1-on-4. That smoke is now faded, and they are going to be setting their sights on it with another one. Cannot catch a break here.
Preet's like, don't worry, guys. I've got this clutch right now. And the smoke denies him. On top of the smoke, he was also spotted by the player in library. So Gamerlegion, they're just going to dogpile this bomb site. Smoke versus Preet means he walks in blind. And HS with the headshot to close out map 4. It's Gamerlegion with a victory, keeping themselves well in contention for playoffs this season and keeping Expert down there in the dumps. poor guys giving us a good showing versus better teams regularly, but still just with one win, and that is versus Chaos, who were also victorious today versus Gamerlegion, who also won today, as did Valiance. We got a big pile of winners, Hugo, and you know who sits on top of that pile? It's you, because you're done
Wow.
work for the day and you've given us an excellent broadcast.
How sweet of you to say, Connor. Thank you very much. Pleasure being back here at ESEA MDL with you and Misty, of course. And I'm sure this will not be the last that you've seen of us. We're going to be back later. Not later, but another time. I'm not sure when. Hopefully in the next few days with another broadcast. So
Yeah. NA coverage, restarts back next Tuesday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for the EU coverage of MDL. NA still this evening, maybe. Keep the follows there so that you guys can, get the notifications and the good stuff. But Hugo and I are done for the night, so we bid you all farewell. It's another day of ESCA MDL in the books. The regular season almost done. Playoffs around the corner. The majors coming. Oh my God, what a time to be a CS fan. We'll see you guys all soon.
This is game fuel. 16 ounces of pure annihilation. Perfect for finding the second to last man standing. Tastes like berry-flavored wind sauce.
New Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
Stay up all night, sleep through the sunrise. Sarah, I hurt myself today trying to make the pain go away.